The senseless and protracted refusal of one spouse to engage in sexual intercourse with the other constitute psychological incapacity and serve as a ground to declare a marriage void under Article 36 of the Family Code. This was illustrated in Chi Ming Tsoi versus Court of Appeals, GR number 119190 of January 16, 1997. In 1988, Chi Ming Tsoi married Gina Lau. Contrary to Gina's expectations as a newlywed, she and Chi did not enjoy their honeymoon because Chi consistently avoided her. From May 22, 1988 until their separation on March 15, 1989, they slept in the same room and the same bed, but there was never any attempt at sexual intercourse. Gina and Chi underwent medical examinations. Gina was found healthy and still a virgin, requiring no treatment. Chi's results and prescribed medication were kept confidential. He was advised to return for follow-up but did not. Gina was no longer willing to reconcile with Chi. Because of this, Gina filed a case in the RTC of Quezon City for declaration of nullity of marriage based on psychological incapacity under Article 36 of the Family Code. Gina alleged that Chi was impotent and a closet homosexual. She further suspected that he married her, a Filipino, merely to maintain or acquire residency in the Philippines and to project the appearance of a normal man. On the other hand, Chi claimed that if there was any psychological incapacity, the fault lay with Gina. However, he opposed the annulment for three reasons. He said he loved her very much, that he was physically and psychologically capable, and that their relationship was still young and their differences could still be reconciled. Chi admitted that from their marriage until their separation, there was no sexual contact between them. But he argued that this was because whenever he wanted to be intimate with Gina, she avoided him. He further suggested that Gina filed the case because she did not want to return his mother's jewelry and was afraid that he would eventually consummate the marriage. The RTC declared the marriage void on the ground of psychological incapacity under Article 36. The Court of Appeals affirmed the RTC decision. Undeterred, she brought the case before the Supreme Court, assigning error to the Court of Appeals in holding that refusal of either or both spouses constitute psychological incapacity. This raised the question: does the senseless and protracted refusal of one spouse to engage in sexual intercourse with the other for nearly 10 months of cohabitation without any physical incapacity constitute psychological incapacity and serve as a ground to declare a marriage void under Article 36 of the Family Code? Yes, the senseless and protracted refusal of one spouse to engage in sexual intercourse with the other constitutes psychological incapacity. Article 36 of the Family Code states that a marriage contracted by any party who, at the time of the celebration, was psychologically incapacitated to comply with the essential marital obligations of marriage shall likewise be void, even if such incapacity becomes manifest only after its solemnization. One of these essential obligations is procreation through sexual cooperation, which is a basic end of marriage. In this case, Gina believed that Chi was impotent and homosexual, while Chi in turn pointed to Gina's supposed flaws and avoidance in the marriage. The court, however, noted that Chi was not physically impotent, yet he refrained from sexual intercourse during the entire time he shared a bed with Gina, whom he claimed to love and who did not present any insurmountable resistance to him. This abnormal and persistent refusal indicated a serious personality disorder amounting to psychological incapacity. Furthermore, the Supreme Court found that Chi and Gina lacked empathy for each other, not only in terms of spontaneous physical intimacy, but also in the deeper sense of spiritual communion that should characterize a true marital union. On this basis, the marriage of Gina and Chi is void for psychological incapacity under Article 36 of the Family Code. The law says spouses must live together and observe mutual love, respect, and fidelity, but in reality, this should come from spontaneous, genuine affection, not from court orders or legal commands. Love is meaningless if it is not actually given and shared. And a spouse who simply does not care commits a very cruel act. A person who never gives himself or herself in the relationship remains unfulfilled and ends up with only his or her own ego. In the natural order, sexual intimacy is what makes spouses truly one, gives them a sense of wholeness, and becomes a special gift through which they share in creation. Through this intimacy, the hope of having children is kept alive and the family line is continued. Thank you for watching this video digest. I hope this helps you navigate the complexities of Article 36 of the Family Code and the evolving standards of psychological incapacity in the Philippines. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more legal breakdowns. I am Hamora Maria III Hamora, a second-year law student, and this has been your deep dive into Chi Ming Tsoi versus Court of Appeals. Keep reading, keep grinding, and I'll see you in the next video digest. Padayon, future lawyers!